Alright, check this out. You think you know all the big superhero stories, right? But I bet you haven't heard the one about the time Superman decided to become Batman. And no, I'm not kidding. So picture this. Batman gets taken out of commission by some goons. Gotham's in trouble. So what does Clark Kent do? Doesn't just fly over to help. He literally puts on the Batsuit cape, cowl, the whole 9 yards to make sure Gotham's underworld stays terrified. But here's where it gets awesome. This isn't just Superman dressed as Batman. This is Superman with all his powers, acting as Batman. It's not just stopping crime. He's completely shutting it down. Imagine a Batman who can fly, who can lift a tank over his head like it's nothing. The city's criminals didn't stand a chance. You can just imagine the pure chaos and confusion. Some low-level thug trying to make a getaway, and suddenly the Batman hovering above them melts their car with heat vision. Did you know Superman once got into a boxing ring with Muhammad Ali? And the craziest part? Ali won. This happened in a legendary 1978 crossover comic. The plot is wild. Some aliens show up and demand to fight Earth's greatest champion to decide the fate of the planet. Before Superman can even volunteer, Muhammad Ali steps up and basically says, "Relax, everyone. Got this." But the aliens insist on a preliminary match to prove who Earth's true champion is. So, they set up a proper boxing match, but with a catch. It takes place on a planet orbiting a red sun, which completely drains Superman of his powers. He's just a regular guy in there, and Ali, he straight up knocks Superman out, and he wasn't done. Ali then goes on to fight the alien champion and beats him, too, saving the world. If you thought Superman with his regular powers was overpowered, just wait. There was a time he actually joined the Green Lantern Corps. And the results were so insane, he almost broke the universe. This goes down in the Injustice. Year 2 comics. The Green Lanterns are in a desperate war against Sinestro's army, and in a last-ditch effort, Hal Jordan gives Superman a power ring. Now think about that. The rings are powered by willpower, and who has more willpower than Superman? Giving him a Green Lantern ring is like handing a god an infinite ammo rocket launcher. He just unleashes hell. He starts tearing through entire enemy fleets like he's playing an old-school arcade game with all the cheat codes turned on. It was a massacre. It got so out of hand that the Guardians, the ancient super-wise beings who lead the Corps basically, had a collective freak out and were like, okay, yeah, this was a terrible, terrible idea. Superman's Kryptonian might fused with one of the most powerful cosmic weapons in the DC universe. Just pure, terrifying power. This one sounds like a joke, but it actually happened. Superman once got so mad, he punched death in the face, literally, in a classic 1961 comic. Lex Luthor finally gets one over on him. He sets a perfect kryptonite trap and actually succeeds in killing Superman. But Clark Kent isn't the type to just lie down and die. His spirit, or essence, or whatever you want to call it, refuses to go quietly. He finds himself face to face with the actual physical embodiment of death, the Grim Reaper. And what does he do? He fights him. Because in Superman's mind, death is just another bad guy that needs to be stopped. It's such a perfect Superman moment. Who else would look at the end of all things and think, nah, not today, and then proceed to throw a punch? It's a testament to his sheer refusal to ever give up. He literally fought death and won. So Superman's powers are pretty well known, right? Super strength, flight, heat vision. But in 2015, they gave him a new one that was so ridiculously destructive, it was almost terrifying. They called it the Super Flare. Here's how it works. He can unleash every last bit of the solar energy stored in his cells in one single, cataclysmic blast. We're talking a wave of energy that completely vaporizes everything in a huge radius around him. It's a walking, talking nuke. But there's a massive downside. After he uses it, he's completely human. All his powers are gone for a full 24 hours while his body recharges. It's his ultimate last resort, his nuke and nap button. You can just imagine Batman's reaction, just shaking his head and being like, Clark, ... Could you maybe give us a heads up before you do that next time? It's easily one of the most devastating abilities he's ever had, and for obvious reasons, it's something he almost never uses.